Hello guys, good evening.
Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Okay. So, see, just listen about foundation syllabus for you. In chemistry, the fundamental chapter is structure of atom. You already studied in 8th class about elements, how your chemical compounds are. I think you studied just chemical compounds and elements. You don't know how chemical compounds are formed. So, in the beginning chapter in foundation syllabus is structure of atom. So how atom is made up, what are the fundamental particles present in the atom, and further why atom is involving in chemical bonding, finally how it gives a chemical compound. So these fundamentals we are discussing in the first chapter. Okay, I hope you guys, you are abnormal students, you can grasp the concept. I will give you, this is actually 11th class concept, IIT advanced level and NEET level concepts. I hope you can understand this concept. Carefully listen points. Wherever you have doubts, ask me immediately. Okay. See, first of all, we have to know about Dalton theory. Okay, listen about Dalton theory. According to John Dalton, but he gave many assumptions. It means he did not prove anything practically, just it is assumption, imaginations. The main important assumption in Dalton's atomic theory is atom is made up of chemical substances made up of a smallest particles. It's called atoms. So here atom is a smallest indivisible particle. So this is the main assumption in Dalton's atomic theory. So matter is made up of, any chemical substance are made up of smallest particle. Those smallest particles are called atoms. These are indivisible particles, means we can't cut into further small particles. Okay, this concept is given in the 18th century. Almost it hold the ground for nearly for 100 years. So 100 years in beginning of the 18th century to mid means half of the 19th century, almost scientists are believed this. Atom is, matter is made up of a smallest particle. Those are only atoms. But however, in the mid of the 19th century, some scientists like Thomson, Bohr, Niels Bohr, Rutherford, some other eminent scientists, they proved that atom is not smallest and indivisible particle. We can cut into, atom is further made up of small particles.
Harshita,
Yes, sir.
this is not your class. You're supposed to join physics class, na? Another ID.
So some eminent scientists, those Thomson, Bohr, Rutherford, and Goldstein, those scientists proved atom is not smallest and indivisible particle. It is made up of further small particles. Those particles we are calling subatomic particles. So nearly now 35 known subatomic particles are there. So atoms contains further subatomic particles. Those nearly now 35 subatomic particles are known. But here in these 35 subatomic particles, 3 particles are very important particles. Those are electron.
Neutron, proton.
Very good. Electron, proton, neutron. These 3 particles are called fundamental particles. Okay. So finally, this scientist proved atom is not smallest particle. It is made up of some subatomic particles. Okay, some subatomic particles. Okay, it's clear. But now the some scientists are looking of answers for the following questions. What are those questions? First of all, how these fundamental particles or even these subatomic particles are located in the atom. See, one point ma, atom is itself highly complex. Of course, atom is very small particle, but it's a highly complex its structure. Even we can't imagine also that much highly complicated structure atom having. So here these fundamental particle or subatomic particle, how these particles are located in the atom, first point. Next, how does atom is stable? Next question is, why one atom of element is different from another atom of element? Suppose, you know, oxygen gas of atom is O and nitrogen gas is N. We are showing symbol ma here. And carbon dioxide CO2, okay, that's a molecule. So oxygen gas is useful to breathe. Nitrogen gas, okay, leave it now about nitrogen gas is not much useful. So here atom of oxygen atom of an element is different from the nitrogen, right? This is why it is different. Oxygen atom is why is different from the nitrogen. That's one point. Next, how do atoms are combining and forming a molecule? Suppose hydrogen gas is combining with oxygen gas, it is giving H2O. How, why they are combining, why they are forming compounds? And here, why we are writing O2 only? Why we should not write O3? And why we should not write H3 like? This is also one more question. And nature of electromagnetic wave. Nature of electromagnetic wave. How the radiation is coming out from the hot bodies. Suppose if you heat any material, some radiations, not normal temperature. Now we need to heat a high temperature, very high temperature. That material releases some type of radiations. How these radiations are produced from the material? Suppose nuclear bombs. During the nuclear fusion happens, some radiations are coming out. Why those radiations are coming out? What are the factors? What is the force inside in the atom? How it is coming out? So to explain this and all, further scientists are did many experiments. So we will see one by one now. Is it okay? Any doubt here?
Yes, sir. Can you stay?
Subatomic particles.
Sir, can you not rub the board for 2 minutes?
No, don't worry. I will give you notes. No need to write. Clear points and easy points, simple points I will give you. No need to note down. Later I will give you points. Fine.
Okay, sir.
Now we'll see first. Discovery of fundamental particles. So first we will see discovery of electron. Okay, who discovered electron? J.J. Thomson. See, for the purpose of discovery of electron, here scientist is taking one glass tube. 60 centimeter of glass tube is taken here. To this glass tube here, connected to another tube. This is further connected to vacuum pump. Vacuum pump. This is one instrument, one machine. By using that, we can remove the gas which is present in the glass tube. This here glass tube, both ends are closed and fitted with a metal plate. This side also one metal plate. This side also one metal plate. Sorry. Now these both metal plates are connected to high voltage. Here we are maintaining nearly 10,000 volts is the high voltage. 10,000 volts we are connecting. Okay, now see the experiment. So experimental setup is here taking a 60 centimeter of glass tube. That glass tube, both ends fitted with a metal plate, and it is closed. Both the ends of a glass tube is closed. These metal plates we are calling electrodes are connected to external voltage, high voltage, 10,000 voltage we are connecting. Okay, now this is we are calling anode. Okay, we'll take this as cathode. This is anode. Anode is positive, cathode is negative.
Negative.
So here better to take like this. Okay, now inside I am maintaining suppose hydrogen gas, whatever the gas, but you have to maintain only one kind of gas, either hydrogen or helium, oxygen, whatever, maintaining some particular gas that is also at 1 atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure, normal pressure. Now whatever the pressure is working on us, same amount of pressure is we are maintaining in the glass tube also. Now connected to external voltage, but here observe no current is flowing through the glass tube. Here current is not flowing. So now the pressure which is in the glass tube is decreased. With the help of vacuum pump, we are sucking this gas which is present in the glass tube. So here amount of gas in the glass tube decreases. Obviously pressure also decreases. So now pressure becomes 0.1 atmosphere. Very low. Still he did not observe any current flowing in the glass tube. Now further pressure is decreased to 0.01 atmosphere, very less atmospheric pressure now. Then there is a flow of current we are observing here, and the gas here we are maintaining a little amount of gas. That gas is glowing with particular colors. So suppose if we take neon, it glows with some orange color, light orange color. So different gases giving different colors. Okay, then he observed by maintaining very low pressure in the glass tube, some current is flowing, but here there is no any wires. Gas only providing conducting electricity here. Then further pressure is decreased to 0.0001, very less pressure. Now J. Thomson did not observe any glow, any color in this glass tube, but still current is flowing through the glass tube only. So then he took here one perforated anode. Perforated anode means that anode having some holes like this metal plate. Okay, I will take like this. Anode is now perforated, means it having some holes like this. Suppose this is anode plate, it having holes like this. This kind of metal plate is using here, anode. Now he observed some invisible rays which are coming from anode and passing through the holes of the coming from cathode.
Sir, I can't hear you.
Hello, Aditya. Listen.
So I can hear you.
Okay. So now current is flowing through the glass tube. at even this pressure or even at very low pressure, current is flowing through the circuit, means in glass tube. Now we are taking perforated anode.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Once you reconnect, here we are taking perforated anode. Means it have anode plate having some holes. That plate is we placed here. Now J. Thomson is observed some invisible rays which are coming from cathode side and passing through the holes of a anode, and those are striking here, strikes the walls of a glass tube. This is coated with zinc sulfide. This side a glass tube is coated with zinc sulfide. Whenever this cathode rays passing through these holes of a anode and strikes this zinc sulfide screen, here he observed some faint greenish color. So some light green color of observed here. Then it is clear that so some invisible rays are coming from anode. Those are passing through holes of, coming from cathode and passing through holes of anode and striking the zinc sulfide screen. They're producing some spark of light, sparkle. Suppose you think, how is spark of light? If you connect anode and cathode wires, some sparks are produced. Same thing here also. Here some green, light green color sparks is observed. This means some rays are coming from cathode rays. Those rays only called cathode rays. Now these cathode rays are constructed by some particles. Those particles only electrons. Okay, this is discovery of electron. Further, it having some properties. We will see what is the property of cathode rays, and finally we can give conclusion. These cathode rays are constructed by small particles, very less massive, and we can neglect mass of electron. That particles are constructing, finally giving its name is electrons. So this is discovery. Any doubt here? You need once again any explanation?
No, sir. So now properties of cathode rays. I think light travels straight line, right? Light travels in straight line, but is it bends like this? Light can't travel like this. It travels in straight line only. Even cathode rays also travels in a straight line. So we will see small experiment for this purpose. No need to write, just listen. Later I will give you notes. This is a cathode, this is anode. So we know cathode rays are coming from cathode side, from this plate. So like this, cathode rays are traveling. Suppose if you place here any object, suppose I'm placing like this kind of object.
Yes, it gives its sharp shadow. So here I am keeping one object, and cathode rays are allowed to pass on this object. It is forming a sharp shadow. Here a shadow is formed. This refers cathode rays are traveling in straight line. You know why shadow is formed? Because of light is traveling in straight line. That's what a shadow is formed. Same here also, if you place here any object, not only this kind, any kind of object you keep here and pass cathode rays, it produces a sharp shadow. This indicates cathode rays travels in straight line. Okay, next experiment. Cathode rays are material particles. Cathode rays are material particles. Same experiment. Okay. Suppose here I am placing one wheel, very small wheel. Keeping a small wheel, and cathode rays are allowed to fall on this wheel. Then wheel starts rotation. See, you take one small wheel, very small wheel, and place in air. Is it starts rotation or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, even if you keep under fan also, it starts rotation. And the same wheel you keep in sound box, near of sound box, it just starts rotation. And means by
Yes, sir.
making of sound, is
Yes,
it starts rotation?
Yes, sir.
Carefully,
Yes,
suppose
sir.
there is no air. You have a wheel surrounding of you, there is no air, but you are making more noise. Is it starts rotation? No,
Yes,
it can't
sir.
rotates.
No.
Even you show anyone film to that wheel, is it starts rotation? No.
No.
You keep in sunlight or in under the bulb, is it starts rotation? No, it can't
No,
rotate.
sir.
But you beat with that wheel with a small stone, then it starts rotation. Correct? When you keep
Yes, sir.
that wheel
Yes, sir.
in air, or even you beat with small stone or pebble, then it starts rotation. You by making sound or by showing film or by under light, it can't rotates. We know that because here air contains some gaseous particles. Those can start rotation of wheel. Even you beat with small stone also, that provides some force and it can start rotation. So even here also, when you keep your small wheel by passing a cathode rays, this wheel starts rotation. This means cathode rays are material particles. It is some massive particles, of course negligible mass, but there are having some mass. When those massive particles strikes that wheel, then wheel starts rotation. Suppose keep here one wheel and you, with the help of torchlight, you allow to pass on light on that wheel. It can't starts rotation. But when you pass cathode rays, it starts rotation. This means cathode rays are material particles. Means cathode rays are constructed by material particles. Constructed by material particles. Now, next experiment. Cathode rays are negatively charged particles. Cathode rays having negatively charged particles. Okay, for this experiment is here
electric field we are applying. This is a positive plate, negative plate, electric field. Now pass one cathode ray. Cathode rays are passing. This cathode rays are till here it is traveling straight. Then immediately it is bent towards positive plate side. It is bent towards positive plate side. This indicates the particles which are
negative.
present in cathode rays. This is cathode ray. You know, positively charged particles are repulsion.
Repel each
Between
other.
positive and negative,
Attract.
They
attractive
attract.
forces are.
Attracts.
Yeah, same thing here. You know, positive plate, positively charged. Cathode rays having some particles, those are attracted towards positive plate side. Means cathode rays contain which charged particles?
Negative.
Negatively charged
Negative.
particles. Yeah, cathode rays having a negatively charged particles. Okay, next. When, okay, even if we apply magnetic field, particles are attracted, cathode rays are attracted towards magnetic field side. This is magnet. Suppose a cathode ray is allowed to pass near of this magnetic field. This is attracted towards magnetic field side. This refers, no doubt, cathode rays having some material particle. Cathode rays is constructed by particular material particle. That's what only those are attracted towards magnet, and even those are attracted towards positive plate side. When we apply electric field, this is electric field. We apply electric field, cathode rays are attracted towards positive plate side. This indicates cathode rays are constructed by a negatively charged material particles. Those are called electrons. So this is only electron discovery, and further it have many properties. So we see when cathode rays are allowed to fall on metal plate. Here taking one metal plate, pass the cathode rays on this metal plate, and after some time this metal plate will become hot. This indicates cathode rays are affecting, cathode rays are causing heating effect on metal plate. No doubt, if you keep near of flame, not in flame, if you keep even near of flame, some metal plate, is it becoming hot or not?
Yes.
No
Yes,
doubt
sir.
it becomes hot.
Yes, sir.
Even when cathode rays are allowed to fall on metal plate, even this plate also becomes hot. Even bulb also, electric bulb also, suppose it glows for some time, 1 hour or 2 hours, if you pass electricity, after some time it will become more hot. Same, when cathode rays are allowed to fall on metal plate also becomes hot. So this is causing heating effect. Next one, suppose if we keep very thin plate, very thin plate, cathode rays are penetrating through this thin plate. So rays are passing through this plate, coming outside also. Means it having a penetrating effect. Cathode rays having penetrating effect.
So then why isn't this heating?
What?
This thin metal plate, this should also heat, no sir?
Yeah, this is also property, ma. This is also property. That's cathode rays are causing penetrating effect. Means cathode rays are penetrate through metal plate. And before that one property I gave, metal plate, cathode rays are causing heating effect. When you pass cathode rays, metal plate becomes hot. Okay.
Sir.
Next property is,
Sir.
hello?
Yes, sir. Will it when it penetrates through, will it produce any hole-like structures?
If you pass long time, it causes hole also.
Hole also, big one.
Yeah. Not big one, very small holes it forms.
Okay, sir.
We have to take very thin plate. We have aluminum foils, no?
Yes, sir.
That is almost very thickness. We have to decrease that thickness 1000 times. Very thin plate we have to take.
Okay, sir.
And one more property is when cathode rays are passed through gaseous substance, not only gas, any kind of a substance. Suppose here atom is there. Suppose sodium metal PCCs. When you pass cathode rays, it can remove some electron from the sodium metal also. So finally, sodium becomes Na+. It lost electrons. So cathode rays are causing ionization also. Because it is forming no ion, this is element, it is ion. So cathode rays are causing ionization effect also. So these are the properties of cathode rays. Finally, from these properties of cathode rays, J.J. Thomson given final conclusion. What is electron? He gave definition. Cathode rays are constructed by a negatively charged, a massive particle called electron. Cathode rays are constructed by a negatively charged massive particle. It is called electron. That is only statement definition of electron. We have another definition also based on its. It is a universal particle. If you take any kind of material, it must have electrons. That's what we are calling it is a universal particle. Even some protons, but hydrogen not having a neutron, but it having proton, electrons. We are calling universal particle. If you take any kind of material, it having these particles. But neutrons, no. Some especially hydrogen not having neutron. Remaining all elements, substances having neutrons. Okay. So this 20 minutes, write notebook. Okay. First write introduction, chapter name and introduction. Structure of atom. Right. First one, introduction. Not visible. I will write from here. Dalton.
Sir,
Yes.
I got disconnected. So what shall we do?
So I will give you notes. Note down this one. Structure of atom and introduction. Just now only start a notebook.
Yes. Sir.
Dalton proposed that matter was made up of extremely small indivisible particles. Extremely small indivisible particles. Called atoms. This concept continued to hold Grounds for a number of years. Grounds for a number of years. So, however, the researchers however, the researches done by various eminent scientists. Scientists like J.J. Thomson, Goldstein, Rutherford, Chadwick, Bohr, and other okay. Other scientists. They have established they have established that atom was not the smallest individual particle particle, but had a complex structure, but had a complex structure of its own and was made up of still smaller particles, still smaller particles, still smaller particles like electrons, protons, neutrons, etc.
Completed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next continuation. Hmm. So at present condition, at present, (35) different subatomic particles are known. But the three particles, namely electron, proton, neutron, are regarded as the fundamental particles. Fundamental particles.
Oh shit.
Okay. Okay, next paragraph.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
What is the second last word of the second last line before fundamental?
Regarded as the. Regarded
The-
as the.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Next paragraph. After the discovery of the fact that.
So continuing in introduction only.
Introduction only. It having 2 paragraphs, but no need to learn this just one or two times read this concept.
Okay, sir.
After discovery of the fact that atom is made up of subatomic particles, the scientists were looking up answers to the following questions.
First question, how can we account for the stability of atom? How can we account for the stability of atom? Second one, why behavior of one element is different from the other? Why behavior of one element is different? Different from the other. In terms of physical and chemical properties. Physical and chemical properties. Next. Question mark. Question mark. Next one. Why do different atoms combine to form molecules? To form molecules. Okay.
So done.
Okay. Next, fourth point. What is the origin and nature of the electromagnetic radiation? What is the origin and nature of the electromagnetic radiation? Absorbed or emitted by the atom. Radiations.
So done.
Yes, okay. So to answer these 4 questions, we must have to know how does fundamental particles are discovered and what are the properties of these fundamental particles. So note down that point also. Then this is only introduction. Then next I will give you subtopic name. So to give answer to the above questions, we shall now take up a systematic study of the discovery of the fundamental particles. And different models of atom. This is just introduction. No need to learn. Just read 1 or 2 times sufficient. Okay, now see in this chapter nearly we have 14 subtopics are there. So their first subtopic is a discovery of fundamental particles. First subtopic. Discovery of fundamental particles.
So done.
So done. So done.
Okay. So here discovery of fundamental particles. First one is discovery of electron, study of cathode rays. Actually fundamental particles are how many?
3.
Three fundamental particles: electron, proton, and a neutron. So here under this topic, discovery of fundamental particle, we are going to be study about discovery of electron, discovery of proton, discovery of neutron. Only discovery of electron is only big lengthy question, and discovery of proton is small, and discovery of neutron is very small concept. So first one here you know down 1.1 means discovery of electron here. Further subheading. Discovery of electron, study of cathode rays. Study of cathode rays. See, J.J. Thomson studied the conduction of electricity through gases. Electricity through gases. At low pressure. At low pressure. For this purpose, he took For this purpose, he took a discharge tube which is a long glass tube about 60 centimeter long. About 60 centimeter long. Sealed at both the ends. Both ends. And fitted with 2 metal electrodes. And fitted with 2 metal electrodes. Continuation. It has a side tube. It has a side tube.
Done, sir.
Okay, all of you
Completed,
completed?
sir. So done.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Okay, today is sufficient. In next class, I will give you continuation notebook. See here, so introduction, no need to learn ma. Just 1 or 2 times you read to understand what is atomic structure. Then you need to read from this point onwards. From discovery of electron onwards, you have to read and you need to learn some formulas. I will give you later. Formulas and some constant values also I will give in later concepts. You must have to learn those concepts and mainly important points. I will give you specifically what are the important points. Everyone must have to learn those important points, formulas, and few statements. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, guys, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
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 Hello, guys. One more
Thank
thing.
you,
This chapter you have in 9th class also, CBSE also there. This chapter.
Okay, sir.
Huh? Okay.
Okay, sir.
So, but is it this detail?
No, this much detail not done. Just there in this chapter, only 25% of topic is there in our school level. 9th
So
class.
Dalton's law and all is not there.
Dalton's law is not there.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So can we leave?